It was the night before Christmas. No creature was stirring except for Steve. Steve is here. Christmas cry is among us, guys. Guys, I look ridiculous, but yeah. Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas to everyone watching. 4 people, thanks for jumping in. I thought I deck Steve in a little Christmas hat. I'm wearing my ugly Christmas jumper. My favourite band of all time, Iced Earth. I thought I'd get a Christmas jumper. Boom. How is everyone? Is everyone looking forward to Christmas? Let me know in the comments. Ask questions away as you do. I'm going to put Steve down because he's getting a bit angsty. What's that? Oh, yeah. He likes Christmas because you can eat more things. We have Min Jahal in the chat. Hello, sir. Hello, Jason. And happy Christmas to you. Happy Christmas to you, man. I know it's nowhere near the way you say your name. Maybe you can say it on the live stream, the proper voice you put on. Proper voice? I don't understand what you mean. Jason. Oh, Jason. Is that what you mean? I guess that's what you mean. I guess so. We have Kurashia Ichi in the chat. Merry Christmas, Mr. Brett, and to everyone watching. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate all the support, Ichi, that you've shown the channel. Same with Min Haljul. I hope everyone's doing well. I thank everyone for the support. I'm here, Min Haljul. I'm here. Let me know if I pronounce your name right, man, because I keep thinking I pronounce it wrong. I got something in my mouth. Look, guys, I've even got my Christmas cup. I've got a Christmas cup with my tea in for the occasion. Oh my God, my camera's gone crazy. There we go. Yeah, so I look ridiculous. Got my jumper on. I got a Christmas hat. I'm going to have to take this off. It's so warm. I've got the heating on. This is so warm right now. And we've got the Christmas cry, Steve himself. But yeah, I thought I'd just jump on and do a little stream. I haven't streamed in a while, so I thought I'd do one before Christmas. It'd be fun. It's Jason. Yeah. I've been Jason. Yeah. I get what you mean. I get it. Play Tender Guy. Pete, hello. Merry Christmas, Jason. And great to see Steve in the Christmas spirit. He loves Christmas, man. He gets to eat loads of food. He loves it, don't you, Steve? I know. See, I know. Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. He hopes Santa can visit him so we can eat his ankles or something like that. He was saying. I don't know. Steve's a bit crazy. Film Flick, hello. He says, yo, how are you, man? I'm very good. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a good Christmas, my dude. And yeah, I hope you have a good Christmas and stuff. Mike Woods, hello, Mike. Welcome to the stream. Merry Christmas to you, man. I hope you have a good one. Kurashia Ichi. Ichi basically never fails with top quality comments and banter. He's you know, if there's a BAFTA award for best banter, it'd be Ichi winning it. And he says, going to switch over to the laptop so I can spam more questions and other nonsense. I wouldn't expect anything less, Ichi. Honestly, I wouldn't expect anything less. Ask the questions away. I might get some guests on if they would like to join. Have a bit of a Christmas chatteroo. Just gonna invite some friends along to the party if they would like to jump on. It's Christmas time. I don't know about you guys, but I've been at work and all I hear is bloody Christmas music and it's driving me crazy. But I thought as we're in like basically a day out from Christmas, I thought, or a night out before Christmas, I thought we'll have a good old little chat, Christmassy spirit chat. Everybody in the ending is suffering. Everybody. I'm dying out here, guys. Literally dying. I need these solo streams are all based on engagement, and if I don't get any chat engagement, I'm screwed, guys. I know it always happens to me. I always start a solo stream and always struggle in the first like 10 minutes. But yeah. But yes, mates, it's pretty good. Gosh, yes, yeah, it's pretty good, mates. Merry Christmas to you, Gary. Have a good one. Itchy, you are back. You are back to deliver the BAFTA winning banter that you always tend to deliver us in the chat. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Very much so. Very much so. Appreciate the banter. A physical media agent says lovely background. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Minhal Jules says, yes, Jason, you pretty much pronounced my name correctly. Cool, I hope so, because I'm awful. I hate pronouncing people's names wrong. Most of the time. I think I stutter it. That's the problem. That's the problem. I mean, I'm not really celebrating anything. It's just I thought I streamed because I haven't streamed in ages. My girlfriend lives in Colchester, so she couldn't get down. So I won't be seeing her until after Christmas next week. So we're going to be spending New Year's together. That's good. I'm seeing family tomorrow. My mum and brother and that, we're going to go and I think Daryl, my brother's coming. I think so. We are going to my cousin's for Christmas dinner, which should be fun. But yeah, just not much. I never really find much to do on Christmas Eve, if I'm honest. It's just hanging around, watching stuff, doing basically not much really. I've got all the presents all sorted out, so I don't have to really do any wrapping or anything like that. So it's all good. Don't be worried, Itchy. It's all good. I'm all good. I'm all good in the hood, as they say. We have a guest, thankfully, someone to save me from this disaster of an opening stream. We have Andy from Forgot About the Movies. Hello, Andy. Yay.
Hi. How you doing, Jason? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Merry Christmas, sir.
Oh.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you? Sorry about that.
I'm very good, man. Merry Christmas. I hope you can have a good one.
Yeah, you too. You too. Yeah.
Did you see Christmas Cry, Steve?
Yes, I did. That is awesome. Is this Steve's first Christmas?
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was born earlier this year. You know, and yeah. What are those birds that deliver babies in Dumbo? What do you call
it's a stork. Stork, yeah.
The stork delivered him to me. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a deep cut Dumbo reference, isn't it? I got to take this off. It's too hot. I got to take this off as well. I'm too warm. Ugh. I just thought I opened the stream all Christmassy, but I'm too warm. I've got the heating on. Chucking it down my ring. I can't even have the window open. But it's typical, man. As soon as I get a guest on, all the questions come running through. I'm not very good at this on my own. You know, it's really hard to do streaming. Right? Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time out of your Christmas Eve.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah. How have you been anyway? What have you been watching?
Yeah, I've literally just finished Die Hard with a Vengeance. I've watched the first 3 Die Hard movies today. Yeah, I don't really acknowledge 4 or 5. I stick to full head of hair Bruce Willis in the Die Hard movies. So, yeah, that's just what I've been watching today.
I'm a bit of a weird. I've realized like my taste in music has a lot of hypocrisy in it.
Okay.
So for example, right, if we're gonna keep it to like Christmas, so obviously like I love Die Hard. I don't like Die Hard 2.
Okay.
I don't like Die Hard 2 because it pretty much copies the original, pretty much, but at an airport. But on the same token, I love Home Alone 2, and it's literally the same as the first movie, but it's in a different location. Oh, the hypocrisy, the double standards is rife.
Yeah, no, I understand. There's not as much love for Die Hard 2 as there is for the first one. That's totally fine. The first one, I think, is classic. It's an immaculate movie. I think the first one, but I do get enjoyment out of the second one.
Do you consider the first Die Hard a Christmas movie?
See, this is the thing. I don't think it's that black or white. I definitely think there's shades of Christmas there in that first Die Hard film, but it's not the soul of the movie. It's not at the forefront of the film. Christmas at all. It's definitely there, but it's not. I
think it's a perspective thing. So to me, it will always be a Christmas film because I always remember growing up as a kid, and it used to be. I don't know if they still show it, but it was always on ITV Christmas Eve without fail. It was always on. So I've always associated it with Christmas. Yeah, I discovered it during the Christmas season. And my dad and granddad sat me down and was like, I was like 9. They're like, you got to watch this film. It's awesome. Yeah. I'm like, you should be watching this. Like, you know, that was like Christmas time. It wasn't Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, but it was around that kind of window. So I've always had that association with it. But yeah, to me, like, I think it's just, like, I used to be like really hardcore, like, it is a Christmas movie, Derek. It definitely is. But no, but I've kind of mellowed out a little bit and just thought I think it's just basically a perspective thing. You know?
Yeah, it is. You know, you can watch Die Hard at Christmas, and you can also watch it any other time of the year. It's not anchored to that season. It's not tied to it, but you can watch it at Christmas. I think. You know, Christmas is there. Don't get me wrong, but it's not drenched. The movie's not drenched in the season. It's not anchored to that season. I watch it. You know, I can watch it any time of year. But I can see that association with Christmas.
Yeah. I find, because I used to say like, oh yeah, it opens with Christmas music. They reference it throughout the movie. The movie takes place at a Christmas party, technically. Yeah. You know, you got lines like, "It's Christmas, Theo. It's a time of miracles." You know, like it's there. Like that. Yeah, there's a lot of Christmas references and stuff like that. And you could put it down to like the TV networks chose to show it quite a lot during the Christmas time, and a lot of people grew up like me and probably yourself grew up with it being on at Christmas time, and that's always why I always associate it with that, you know. Yeah, but I also it's weird because Gremlins is a similar thing as well. That's always in my Christmas rotation. But once you get to the halfway point in that film, there's barely any Christmas kind of iconography. It's the jolly Christmas aspect of that film kind of dies halfway through. Obviously, you've got like you got Kate's kind of spiel about losing her dad at Christmas and that kind of really dark humor bit, like right after the maybe like just before the third act, just the end of the second act. But that again, I think that's a perspective thing, because I can put Gremlins on at any point in the year and still have a good time.
Absolutely.
Even though it opens up with Christmas, you know.
Yeah, completely. Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to more kind of like traditional Christmas, you would only watch them at Christmas. What were your go-tos?
My traditional Christmas stuff. Christmas Vacation, Muppets Christmas Carol, Scrooged. Absolutely love. I've got Home Alone, Jingle All the Way. They're the big ones for me.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way is a big one for me. That's always in my rotation. When it comes to like traditional Christmas stuff. I like Elf. I don't love Elf because I watched Elf long after it became kind of, because it came out of nowhere and became like a Christmas mainstay. Like I remember discovering it like 2018 for the first time, like really late after it had all like the buzz and everyone was like, like I remember people telling me, oh, you can't have a Christmas movie marathon without Elf. And I'm just like, when did this happen? When did this become like a big Christmas mainstay? But I do like Elf. I think it's a fun film, but it's not a film that I would always put on at Christmas.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, it's definitely got the Christmas vibe, Elf. But I find Elf a little bit of a struggle because I think it's really cliched. I think it's just a sort of generic fish out of water type story. Yeah, that makes sense. And if you don't like Will Ferrell, I think you're in for a rough time.
Yeah. Obviously, we've mentioned Home Alone and Home Alone 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you like? It's funny because Home Alone. Would you put that as this is a film you only can watch at Christmas? Because I probably could watch that at any point of the year.
Yeah.
Because Christmas isn't really its focus. It's more about he's stuck at home.
Yeah, I'd say, granted, Christmas is more present than in Home Alone than it is in Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially that you take the Christmas out of that movie, it still works. It's a kid stuck at home defending his house against two burglars. The concept of it still works without that season, but you can't, because it's set at Christmas. I think that it ties it to Christmas because it's more present.
Yeah, the crazy thing about the whole Christmas season, and a lot of my knowledge when it concerns, I've just a lot of the Christmas songs that are on the radio today I discovered in film, which is weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Christmas. Yeah, I discovered that from Gremlins. Most of the Christmas music in Home Alone, like I recognize from Home Alone. Just
yeah.
What's the song that's playing when he set up all the dummies to make them look like all the houses still look like
rocking around the Christmas tree.
Yeah, that was on today at work. I was just like, oh, this is Home Alone.
Yeah, that's a great scene.
Yeah. Oh, we have another guest.
Okay.
Oh, people are coming to save me. I'm glad. I appreciate it. We have Mike Woods. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, great.
Boom. Hello, Mike.
All right, guys. Yeah. How's it going?
Hey, Mike.
All right.
Welcome to the stream.
Thank you very much.
First time on my stream is good.
Yeah.
Joe, when I decided to stream today, I didn't actually expect anyone to tune in. So everyone that's actually watching, I really appreciate everyone joining the stream because it's Christmas Eve. I thought people would be busy doing stuff, but I guess not. I got a friend. I don't think he'll be in the chat. He's not in the chat. I don't know if you know my friend Jason. He's been on the stream before. And
yes, I've been on the stream with Jason. Yeah,
you've met Jason. He's streaming tomorrow, like on Christmas Day. I'm just like, but the thing is, like, like I'll be surprised. I'm sure that he'll have some people joining, but it's a football channel, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
don't know what to expect. But he just says it's a Christmas stream, but maybe he'd just be talking about Christmas stuff, maybe. But I don't know. But
yeah,
I don't know what his outputs, what his attendance is going to be like in terms of people joining the stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
But best of luck to him. That's what I can say.
Yeah.
Mike, we've been talking like, Christmas movie lineups. What are your usual kind of rotation at the Christmas season?
It tends to vary each year. I think the only one mainstay would be Scrooged with Bill Murray. Yeah, that's one I tend to watch every year. I know you guys were talking about Die Hard before and whether it was a Christmas film or not. But another film I would throw in there would be Batman Returns, because obviously that's set during Christmas. And even though I wouldn't say that's a Christmas film, it tends to be one that I do sometimes watch around Christmas time. But yeah,
that's a film that Batman Returns is a film that I used to love as a kid, and as grown up as an adult, I've slowly just disliked it more and more the more I've rewatched it, to the point where I don't even own it now, because I'm just like, I don't care like anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a strange one, because I don't think it's necessarily a good Batman film, but I've loved it ever since I can remember, really. Even as a kid, I loved it, and it was probably not really the type of film you should watch as a really young kid, because it's quite dark and quite violent. But yeah, I've just always loved that film.
Yeah, I think you're correct in it's not. I don't think it's a particularly good Batman film, but it's like it couldn't be more Tim Burton if it tried, really, could it?
Yeah, it's a great Tim Burton film rather than a great Batman film. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was a bit. I rewatched it a couple of times as an adult, and I just thought it was a bit all over the place in its narrative, and it tries to cram all these plot points in there, and it just gets a bit messy for my liking. Whereas I think 89 Batman was a bit more straightforward in its narrative.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I just think I like Batman Returns because I think visually it's just really nice. I really like the set design. I like the way Gotham City looks with the snow, and yeah, I quite like the villains in it as well. You know, like Penguin and Catwoman. I think they're played really well by like Danny DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer. But yeah, no, I mean, I love both of the Tim Burton films for like different reasons, because they're both obviously very different from each other, but I think they're both great.
That's fair. I do plan to pick up the 4K set, so maybe I'll give it a rewatch on 4K.
I mean, Batman Returns in particular looks absolutely stunning on 4K. It's probably the biggest jump I've seen on a 4K disc. It looks like it was shot yesterday. It looks great.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I missed out on that. There was a deal, and it was from Amazon France, and it was for a French 4K Batman. It was €16, and I didn't have the funds to buy it. And the next day when I finally had the money, it went off sale, and I was like, "Son of a bitch!"
It's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I catch up with some of the comments. I'm well behind. I don't think I've got any of my moderators in the chat, which is a shame. But I'm sure people will help me combat the you-know-whats.
Yeah.
Where am I? Oh, yeah, here we go. Minha Jules says, Jason, has that Monsterverse Steelbook collection caught your eye by any chance? I'm in two minds if I should jump at it while I have the chance. It's from Amazon Italy. I just think I found it fairly underwhelming, so I didn't order it. Not at like 90 quid. So I'm just not going to bother. I've got more than 4K anyway. And the design for me on that Steelbook set is just not good enough, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was expecting something a bit more. I suppose the word I would use is a bit more grandiose. Go a bit, because if you're going to put out £100 steelbook box set, I expect the artwork on the steelbooks to be absolutely exceptional for that kind of money, and it's quite bland for what you're paying for, which is a shame. But yeah, I can do without it if I'm honest. Have you guys seen the Monsterverse steelbook set?
Yeah, I've seen a few unboxings of it. And I do think it looks good for what it is, but I don't think it's everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Ichi says, "Oh, thank fuck for that. I kind of got right for a moment." Yeah, Ichi thought I was alone for Christmas, which I'm not, so that's all good. Don't worry, Ichi, we're all good in the hood. We have Gary, the Blu-ray addict. Hello, Gary. Welcome to the stream. He says, "Just dropped. I can't talk today. Just to drop in to wish you a happy Christmas and all the best for the new year. I can't stay, but we'll catch up on the stream later. Your channel is awesome." Well, thank you, Gary. Have a great Christmas. I hope you have a really fun time with family and friends. And yeah, all the best for the new year to you as well.
Yeah.
Play Tendo, guys. Gary North says, "Merry Christmas, Andy."
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Gary.
Play Tendo guy says, "What do you guys want for Christmas?" It was a bit late, isn't it, Pete? It's a bit late. I mean, you know, £1 million would be nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
With, not to have to go to work and pay tax. And
Yeah, that would
be my own house would be nice. I'm just being a dick now. Being a dick. There's a lot of things I would want, but whether I can justify really owning them is a different matter.
Yeah.
Like, have you heard of Hot Toys?
Yes.
Yeah. Super hyper detailed figures that are like proper like this, but they're like £400. And I'm just like, I really want the 1989 Batman one. I want it, but it will never be, because I can't justify paying that kind of money for a figure. Can you guys? I can't.
I've paid a lot for figures in the past, but I've never paid something like 400.
I mean, like, for example, for Steve, like I paid $280 for Steve, but that's only because you can't get these. You can't officially get this was made by an artist. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, it's one of a kind.
Yeah, totally.
So like I can justify that, but when it comes to like a Batman figure of Michael Keaton, it's like super detailed and really high quality, but I mean, I just can get a NECA one and it just does the same job, right? It just stand there on a shelf. That's all it's there to do.
That's all you're going to do with them.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I've got this, like, speaking of gremlins earlier, I've got this striped head knocker. And these are like £30, right? But I bet if there was like a Hot Toys of Stripe, it would be like £500. And it's like, it does the same job. It sits on my speaker, nodding its head. I don't need a super hyper quality one. And I think the quality for this is really good. Like, the sculpture is awesome.
Yeah.
It's got like a gingerbread man in his hand. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. Apparently, I've got low signal. Are you getting any trouble your end, guys?
It's lagging a
tiny bit of delay.
Yeah. Apparently, my signal is shitteroo. I'm just gonna switch over to another internet channel, so I might drop out for a second, but I'll be back.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Are we back? Are we back? No? Maybe?
Yes, I can hear.
Cool. I think I know what it might be. It actually is chucking it down here, so it might be the weather.
Okay. Yeah.
Mike is completely frozen on my end. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I've got you both coming through fine. Yeah.
No, can't hear Mike. There he is. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. It's all good. You froze for a little bit for me there. But now my internet seems to have corrected itself. I'm not getting the low signal message. That's good. Itchy says, I'm really sorry I didn't send you a present for Christmas, Jason, but also Andy. Don't worry about that kind of thing, man. It's all good. Like, that is not necessary. You know, I just appreciate all the support you've showed my channel and the streams and that, man. You've been a constant throughout the year in terms of the streams specifically. You know, like I said, if there was a BAFTA for best banter, it'd be Kurushi Ichi would be winning it. You know,
Absolutely.
On my channel award BAFTAs for subscribers. Gary North said, all I want for Christmas is Blu-rays, lots of them. I mean, I would agree, but Space would say otherwise, you know.
Well, that's what I would like for Christmas, more space.
Yeah, more space would be nice.
Yeah. Gotta have that first.
I'm waiting for them to colonize other planets so I can just buy myself a whole planet. just have a planet to fill up. Just as, you know, that'd be amazing. Itchy says he likes the Christmas tree, Andy.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah.
Gary North says Bad Santa is great. I've not seen Bad Santa, you know.
Yeah, I like it. It's I think it's pretty good. Yeah. It's one of those more mean-spirited Christmas movies, but I do enjoy it.
Itchy says I'd do Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Okay, I mean,
each their own.
Yeah. Minha Jules says, I've just put my pre-order in for Eternals. Don't know what to expect with this movie. Not seen it. Either in for surprise or a shock. I don't plan to buy that until I've seen it and if I like it. The 4K steelbook looks like the artwork on the 4K steelbook sells it to me immediately. I think it looks great, but the film isn't that great. I think we were talking offline last night or the night before about how some of the worst films, apparently some of the lowest rated films of the year have been getting some of the best steelbook art, which is quite ironic.
Yeah.
However, I received my Malignant steelbook today, which is my favorite film of the year. Spoilers for my top 10 films of the year, but everyone should know this by now.
Yeah.
And in pictures, it looks kind of bland, but in person, it's a really nice steelbook. I actually quite like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's better than I expected. And it actually came undamaged from Zavi, which I'm really, really surprised by. Because I was like, oh, you come dented, I'm going to lose my shit. But it's actually really good nick. They actually packaged it in a proper, like, hard, strong cardboard packaging. Maybe they're like learning that people aren't going to go back and buy their stuff if they're not going to thing. But I think Keith of Euphoria Pictures have said if Amazon get on the exclusive steelbook bandwagon, Xavier dead.
Yeah,
I reckon.
Probably,
because I reckon Amazon are just going to destroy them with it.
Yeah,
because I'd rather shop with Amazon than Xavi anyway.
Yeah.
And she says, but I do everyone, so that doesn't say much. Brilliant. We have Sophie in the chat. She says, hello, my love. Hello, Andy.
Hi, Soph.
She must have joined before Mike joined.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, here we go. She says, hey, Mike.
Hi, Soph.
I hope you're feeling better, Soph. I know you weren't feeling well earlier. You had a little sleep, but I hope you're feeling a bit better. And stuff. I will phone you tomorrow morning. Hopefully you will answer your phone and not sleep through the day. Pete says, great to see Mike join the stream.
All right. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah. We have a Bristolian Dave in the chat. Hello, Dave. He says, all round at Babbers. Merry Christmas to one and all. Merry Christmas to you, Dave. Hope you have a good one.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Dave.
Itchy says, get on the stream, Bristolian Dave. That'd be great. I mean, I don't think I've really spoke to Dave at all, really. I only think I've seen him pop up in streams.
Yeah. I've been on a stream with Dave. Great guy. Yeah.
Fucking Itchy. I'm not going to repeat this comment because it's fucking stupid. But trust him. Trust that guy. Curse. This is an interesting conversation. Gary North says Lethal Weapon is a good Christmas film. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I think that's another one like Die Hard. Like it's set during Christmas, but is it a Christmas film?
Oh, I must have forgotten that it's at Christmas. That's why I said earlier it must be a perspective thing because you know where I grew up with Die Hard being on at Christmas all the time. Die Hard, that whole idea it's set at Christmas completely just gone completely over my head. I just didn't even think about it. I love Lethal Weapon. I think Lethal Weapon is great.
Yeah, I love Lethal Weapon. It's something to do with Shane Black, isn't it? You know, when he writes a film, he always likes to include Christmas in the movie in his scripts. He did it with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Iron Man 3 as well. And he just likes to have Christmas there.
I don't think the Predator was set.
Yeah, I've not seen the Predator, and I don't plan to just because of what I've heard about it.
It's rough.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I will say this: it's not good. It has good ideas, but it doesn't execute them very well.
Okay.
And it tries to replicate the macho banter between the guys in the first film. You know, the very kind of masculine kind of like you'd be a sexual Tyrannosaurus just like me. You know, stuff like that. They try to do that, but it's really cringe and unfunny. And I've never seen a film like you can tell Shane Black wants his film to wishes this film was a Marvel film. It came across like it was trying really hard to be a Marvel movie. And I don't know why. I don't know if you've seen it, Mike.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Did you get that vibe? Because I got that vibe big time. Like it really tried to be like that kind of like jokey, kind of light-hearted, but also somehow it's still hyper violent, but whatever.
Yeah,
but it had that vibe there that I was just like, why is this trying to be? It's like it's trying to cater to the Marvel fans. It was weird. I didn't like it.
Some of the humor in it was quite strange. Like I remember there's one character. I think it's Thomas Jane's character. He's got Tourette's or something, and I just remember
really bad.
Yeah, and I just remember there's a scene where he says something along the lines of, "Oh, fuck me in the face with an aardvark" or something, and it's just like, what's with the dialogue? It's just really strange.
Yeah, it's very odd, and the whole idea that it's like they were talking about they had a plot line with an autistic kid. And I don't know where they were really going with it. Something to do with like, autism is the evolution of humanity or something like that. And I don't think it was very treated. I didn't think it really treated autistic people very well. I don't think it was very good representation at all. I just think it was just not very well thought out. And obviously you had the super predator, which that's where the concept I liked, where you got predators taking elements from other species from different planets and splicing DNA with them to make them into better predators. That's a cool ass idea, but the execution was bad.
Yeah,
it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Anyway, we move on from that. But yeah, I don't think that was set at Christmas. I pointed. I don't think that was set at Christmas.
No.
Lieutenant Guy says, I'm staying here, Jason, on Troll Patrol. I appreciate that, Pete. I've had few in the beginning. I try not to mention anything because that just gives them what they want. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that you're watching like an eagle, but I tend to just say nothing and block them, stealthily without saying anything. I don't really care, to be honest. The only thing I care about is they spam the chat and no one can get their comments in. That's all I care about. I don't care what they're saying. They can say I'm a filthy cunt. I don't give a fuck what they say. Anyway, enough about them. Sophie says, instead of Paw Patrol, it's Troll Patrol. Fuck yeah. There was a movie, wasn't there? There's a Paw Patrol movie this year, but also there's that, what was it, Trolls World Tour as well. Was that this year or last year? I can't remember. So
I think it was last year. Yeah, because it was like it was like the first movie, wasn't it, to go to streaming at the start of the pandemic?
Yeah. It made
I'll
like
get a cinema release. Yeah.
I think Sophie's onto something. There's a crossover right there. We didn't know could happen. Paw Patrol and Trolls. Troll Patrol. Fucking hell. Anyway, my little nephew loves Paw Patrol at the moment. So when my mum looks after him, he's around mine. We always got it on TV. So it's like, oh, Troll Patrol. That could be a good crossover, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Min Hajor says, I've got them all on 4K myself, and I'm really not a Steelbook fan, as I don't have any. It's $69 on Amazon Italy. Unlike Xavi, it's £99. Oh, it's cheaper on Amazon Italy.
Yeah.
Still, like $70 is pretty good for something like that, but I can't justify me buying a Steelbook set where, to be honest with you guys, it's just going to sit on my shelf. I'm never going to watch the discs from them because I've already got them on 4K. And that's the thing I want to take into the new year, is I need to have a bit more of a smarter way of collecting, and be kind of careful with my spending a bit. Today I kind of went a bit crazy. They had this Kong and Godzilla steelbooks, just these 3D steelbooks that I've never seen before, and one was £5 and one was £8 in CX. And I just bought them because they were there, because I was like, oh, Kong and Godzilla, yes please. I'm never going to watch them, but the fact that they were there, they look nice, and I don't have them in the collection, I was like, I'm going to buy them. Terrible. I need to stop doing that, but oh well. I digress. Min Hajul says, thanks for your opinion, Jason. I'm probably going to hold back on it, as I'm quite skeptical about the set. That's fair, man. Like, don't make what I'm trying to say. Don't hold off on them just based on my opinions. Like, do watch some unboxings, do a bit of research, and just see if you think the money's worth it. If they're worth the money to you, like, my opinion means nothing when it's based on on your money. When it concerns your spending, my opinion shouldn't matter. So, don't take my opinion as face value. Like, just look at other people's unboxings and stuff like that, and just make your own opinion, make your own judgment. But for my opinion and my money, I don't think I'll be buying them. Sophie said, I love Steve. My son looks so cute in his Christmas hat. I know, he's great. He's great. I really want to get him a monocle, because I think he'll look badass with a top hat and a monocle. I want to get him a top hat and a monocle, and then he'll be Sir Steve.
Yeah.
He'll be knighted by the Queen, Sir Steve. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, right. So Itchy has said, is everyone seeing a choppy Jason? My internet was up to crap.
Yeah, it's much. Yeah.
He says, never mind. Jason's a little bit laggy. I'm a laggy bastard. Yeah. Edgy says, sorry, Mike, could see you thinking, why didn't that son of a bitch didn't ask me what I wanted for Christmas? That I also didn't send you a present.
It's fine. I had a feeling that was the reason.
Minhajul says, "Wow, though I was entertained for the most part with the new Matrix, I must admit it's a cash grab." I've heard awful things about that movie.
Same. I kind of don't want to see it because for me, No Way Home was such a perfect ending for the year. I don't really want to taint it by seeing, a more mediocre movie like The Matrix. I'd rather wait till next year.
Oh man,
yeah.
Like cash grab is one of the terms I've heard people say. Like apparently, it kind of like the first like act of the film is literally a complete rehash of the first movie.
Wow.
It looks like it, from the trailers. Like it just looks like the same film.
And apparently the effects are bad, and even like apparently it's referenced in the film. In the film, a character's reference about something. It's like not directly referenced, but it's kind of a subtle reference that that Warner Brothers wanted to make the film without the Wachowskis, and basically people are theorizing Lana made this shit Matrix as a fuck you to Warner Brothers because how dare they want to make their own film without me, kind of thing, that kind of attitude. So
right,
maybe that's right. I mean, there's been other drama like that in Hollywood, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I mean, like if you're just going to rehash the plot of the first film, why even bother? Like, if you're not going to remake it outright, why bother? Like a remake won't even work anyway. But
yeah,
apparently the half of the film is the same as the first movie. I'm just like, to me that just makes me feel like it's just going to waste my time, which I'm not going to bother. I mean, I've got an unlimited card for Cineworld. I can go and see it tomorrow. You know what I mean? I could go and see it like next week.
Yeah.
But now now it's not so much money's not an issue for me to go and see a film. It's more like, do I want to make the effort to go and see a film?
Yes.
If I know it's going to waste my time, and it sounds like this film will waste my time, so it's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, it is.
But saying that, I swear we only heard rumors of a Matrix 4 like the beginning of the year. So for there to be rumblings of a fourth Matrix at the beginning of the year, and now we're getting it now, that's not much of a time span. It must have been. It sounds like a really rush job to me.
Yeah.
It does sound like a rush job.
I've only really seen two decent movies by the Wachowskis, and for me, it's probably the first Matrix and Bound.
Yeah. I think everything they've made since then has kind of
been really mediocre.
Yeah.
I've heard there's some people that find that Speed Racer quite underrated.
Yes,
especially I watched a video. I forget the YouTuber it's called, but they were saying like if you've got the context of the 80s anime show, it actually makes the movie a lot more entertaining because you've got context to go alongside it. But without that context, apparently it's a bit all over the place. But I've never seen that film, so I can't really comment.
Yeah, I've not seen Speed Racer.
Yeah, same.
Right. Minhajul, he expands on that. He says about Matrix. He says it's nowhere near the trilogy and is unnecessary sequel of installment. Okay.
Okay.
If it's nowhere near the trilogy, then that tells me I'm definitely not going to watch it because I didn't like the sequels. So if it's not as good, if it's not even on par with the sequels, then I'm definitely not interested at all. Oh man, that's shit. I know Itchy's talking to somebody else, but he says, pretty jealous, mate. It's lockdown where I am just before Spider-Man and Matrix release. Fucking hell.
Shit.
That is shit.
Yeah.
Absolute shit. Sophie says, best if I call you. My phone is always on silent. Okay. That's good to know. Minhajul also says there's just something off with the Matrix Resurrections. There's this YouTuber that I really enjoy. He's quite a big channel. He's about 280,000 subs. It's called Mr. H Reviews.
Okay.
really like his channel, and his review was literally, the title of his video was like The Matrix Regurgitations. That's what was a review. Well, that says everything, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, nostalgia's in vogue at the moment, and I feel sometimes studios are like, should we bring back this long dead franchise just so we can sell nostalgia? And sometimes that works, sometimes it just completely fails.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it really does work. Ghostbusters Afterlife, Spider-Man No Way, but those aren't hinged on nostalgia. They just have nostalgic elements in them.
Yes.
It works, but sometimes it doesn't. And it sounds like The Matrix, it hasn't worked for Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Sophie says, I'm going to go back to sleep now, guys. Have a great Christmas. Thanks for always being there. You're very welcome, Soph. Hope you're feeling better. I hope it doesn't dampen your Christmas, feeling ill. That's the worst, isn't it? Feeling ill.
Yeah. Over Christmas, yeah.
I remember when I was younger. It's not to do with me, but it's just my brother being ill. I swear I think I was like 10 and he was like 8. I don't know why I remember this so well, but I just do. He was violently sick throughout the night, Christmas Eve. He was really ill. I don't know why he was so ill, but it was. And literally, I swear, every present he opened was a fucking chocolate selection box. And he's just like, obviously, he had a whole night of being sick. I was like, oh, what poor, that's the worst luck, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I love a Christmas selection box, me, but when you're like not well,
when you're ill,
not open.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. We have Keith in the chat. Hello, Keith. Merry Christmas to you, sir. I will say, Keith, as you're in the chat, just want to say thanks for all the support for my channel over this year. Same with you, Andy. You've been really, really close to me.
No problem. Yeah. No problem at all.
Great support from you.
Yeah.
And
same
everyone
as
in the chat as well. And Mike, you've shown great support as well for the short time I've known you, so I appreciate it.
No worries.
I hope you're having a good night. Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
The beginning of the stream was a bit. I was dying because I remember I messaged our group and I was just like, anyone want to join? Anyone? I'm dying here. I think I'm dying. Anyway, Pete says, what are your least favorite Christmas movies? That is really difficult for me because I haven't really seen that many in hindsight, if you know what I mean. They're not really a go-to film. They're not really go-to films. A lot of the Christmas films I go to are ones that I grew up with, like Die Hard, Gremlins, Home Alone.
Yeah.
There's some recent ones that I discovered, like maybe in the last 5 years, like big ones like Elf and Polar Express. I love Polar Express. What a film. I love that movie.
I watched that for the first time a couple of days ago, Polar Express, and I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, really good. It's such a great adventure film. I think it's a Christmas movie, but it's like almost like this crazy adventure. I thought it was really good, really heartwarming as well. Really heartwarming. Yeah. You got the Tim Allen Santa Claus films, which I thought were fairly entertaining for what they are. But when it concerns least favorite, I don't think I can answer that really.
It's tough.
Yeah, I can't think of anything because I think, like you say, most of the Christmas films I grew up on, so I kind of loved them as a kid, and I still love them.
It's almost like you love them by default kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Because yes, I can't answer that question. Sorry, Pete, I can't answer your question because it's too difficult. Is everyone stumped with this question?
I'm not a big fan of Ron Howard's The Grinch.
I've not seen it.
I think Jim Carrey's the best thing about it, but other than that, I just don't think it works. I just think it gets a bit silly.
Yeah, I think I liked it as a kid, but over the years, I don't like it as much. I do think like Jim Carrey is probably the best thing about it.
Yeah.
Like, There's some moments in it that I do find quite funny, but yeah, I think overall it's not the best Christmas film.
No. I think it's a good example of a good director making a bad film. If that makes sense. It's definitely not his strongest. You know, he's done a lot more better work than The Grinch, but I just find it some of it a bit of a struggle. But I do think Jim Carrey is on point in that film.
Yeah.
I could just cheat. This is cheating because the film is not just one of the worst Christmas films, but one of the worst films ever made, and it's also it's so offensive to men. It's unbelievable. Which is the 2019 Black Christmas remake. Fucking abysmal.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Abysmal. That's like it peddles it panders a political agenda, but it panders the current form of it, which is feminism. But the current form of feminism is no longer about the equality of genders. It's more about men are bad, women are good, and that's that film in a nutshell. And it's downright. I wouldn't say I'm offended by it, but I can imagine it's just downright just distasteful, really distasteful, and it's just like everything the men saying it, they're just shot down by the women in this film. Like every kind of conversation is literally like just men just being destroyed by women. It's just really bad. It's a bad film. That is not why it makes it a bad film. That's just adding to it why it's a bad film. But yeah, I could just cheat and put that, but I'm sure everyone would be putting that one is like really bad Christmas films.
Yeah, definitely. I like the original.
The original is really good. It's like one of the earliest forms of a slasher. It's really good.
Yeah.
Thing is though, Peter's put least favorite. So does he still mean? Oh, it's still one of your favorites, but what's your least favorite? He's worded it. It's not like what's your worst.
Yeah. I'd throw Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 in that mix as well. It's hilariously bad. Yeah.
It's like the first 40 minutes is just like a recap of the first film.
Oh yeah. Lazy filmmaking.
I think the first one's fairly underrated for what it is.
Yeah, I quite like the first one.
Yeah.
But that actor makes the second one. If he wasn't in it, I think it would just be unsalvageable.
Yeah, I think the whole garbage day thing, I think that's the only way. That's the only thing in that film that makes that film still in people's in the zeitgeist.
Yes.
Because everyone knows that film from the whole garbage day.
Yeah.
I think John from Mondo was talking about that film, about how like he has eyebrow acting.
Yes.
That guy. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh God. I need to rewatch that just for the lulz. Itchy says, "Okay, stop the stream. God is in the house. Hi, euphoria picture." Brilliant.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, Keith is pretty awesome. He is a dude.
Yeah. He is. Yeah.
He is amazing. Where are we? He's still talking about Matrix. Mihajul says the fighting choreography is mediocre. It's all about the first Matrix. Well, we knew that. I mean, I could have told you that in 2003 when Reloaded came out. I was like, yeah, this is mediocre. It's all about the first one. So
yeah.
I feel sorry for my brother. We went and watched that on his 18th birthday. I was just like, I'm sorry, Daryl. I'm sorry. I didn't watch that on your birthday. I'm well confused. Itchy says, but it has Barney, so the new Matrix can't be bad. It's just not possible. Barney, what? Barney who? I don't know who he's talking about. I'm well confused.
Yeah, I'm lost there.
Yeah.
Should I be confused? Gary North says, my favorite movie of the year is Titan. It's mind blowing. I've not seen that one. So there's a lot of films I missed this year.
Yeah,
that I've not seen.
Yeah.
I didn't get around to watching June.
Yeah, I haven't
Didn't get
seen
around
that
to
either.
see that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Last Duel, which I've heard is pretty good. I don't even know what that Titanian's about. So I've never heard of it, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, same. No, I'm lost with Titan, if I'm honest.
Joel continues, but this one is a parody, the new Matrix. I'm glad I saw it online, HBO. I forgot it came out on HBO at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know it's bad. He says it's Terminator Genesis all over again. Oh my god,
Oh,
it can't be that bad. That's a bad movie, guys. It can't be that bad, surely.
I went to the cinema to see Terminator Genesis. Fucking hell. Wow.
Has the wound healed yet, Andy? Because I can imagine that's a pretty long-lasting wound.
It's almost like the Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 of the Terminator franchise. Because it's so fucking lazy. It just rehashes the first one.
Yeah, but it also destroys everything that came before it. It can't just like it kind of like just go, oh, you know those two films you love? Yeah, fuck those.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I saw this video and it made a really good point. It was just like as the Terminator, not even Terminator, as Arnold Schwarzenegger became a bigger and bigger star, the films became more about him than they did the actual, story.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was the draw. Yeah.
And the Terminator itself, portrayed by Arnold Schwarzenegger, even you can go as far back as Terminator 3. Like, I'm going to quote Minhaj here when he concerns the Matrix Resurrections. The Terminator, the T-800 itself, became a parody of itself.
Yeah.
And it continued to become, it's just like the whole like thing, the smile thing, it just got really cringe. And I thought Dark Fate was bad. Like the whole element in Dark Fate with Schwarzenegger's Terminator was so cringe. It was just like oh, he's met someone, he's got a normal life. No, he's meant to be a fucking killing machine from the future. No, I'm not. No, it's stupid. It's really bad writing.
Yeah,
and Genesis is the same. He's like an old man, and she calls him Pops or something. Is it called? She called him Pops.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah. The best thing about Terminator Genesis is J.K. Simmons. He's the best thing about that film.
I forgot he was in that. Yeah, he's good in everything, right?
Yeah, it's a given. Yeah,
he's good in everything. He's great.
Yeah, I just think that franchise has just kind of run its course. I think there's no story left to tell. I feel like the story, it ended at Terminator 2, and just every other film since has just not worked.
It's so funny where, like, we're all here sitting here going, no more Terminator films, please. T1, T2, yep, perfect movies. That's it. I mean, I quite like Salvation because it went off course. It did something a bit different, which I quite enjoyed. I think it's fairly underrated. But every other sequel tries to rehash T2, which just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because I remember I discovered the first two Terminator films when I was in like secondary school. So I'm talking like 2002, 2003 kind of time period. And my dad used to, when he was alive, he loved those films. And he used to say to me, like, I think this is before T3 was announced. And he was like, oh, the great things about these movies is that another Terminator can always come back from the future. So there's always could be a sequel. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, not knowing better myself. Like, oh, yeah, T2's cool. I would like to see a sequel to T2. That'd be awesome. T3 comes out, right? T3 comes out. T3 with the whole talk to the hand. John Connor. No. Fuck off the talk to the hand. Bollocks. The whole idea... oh man, I hate T3 so much. The whole idea that T3 copies the opening to T2, but they do it in a male strip club.
Yeah.
And he steals clothes from a male stripper. I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this? They're just like, he puts on my sunglasses, but it's a star sunglasses.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, the parody begins.
Yeah. It's just taking the piss out of itself.
Yeah.
And it's not, it doesn't make for a good film at all.
The sad thing about T3 is it could have been a very good hard R-rated film.
Yeah.
They toned it down because there's that bit when the TX punches a fist through the guy in the car, and it could have been horrifically violent, but it's kind of almost like laughably bad. I'm just like, this film could have been a lot more gruesome, but it chose not to.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just frustrates me. Talk to the hand. No. I'm a T-800. I'm a scary robot. I'm wearing star sunglasses. Awful.
Oh.
Where are we? I'm losing my will to live. Talking about T3. Itchy says, Speed Racer is great. Would add that to the list of Bound and The Matrix without hesitation. That's fair.
Yeah.
I've not seen Bound. When did that come out?
I think it was like 96, 97.
Yeah, I think it was 96. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
around about then. Yeah. Yeah. It's got a great cast to it, Bound.
What kind of film is it?
It's like a heist film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's like two women, isn't it? And they kind of
I'd say it's a little bit erotic as well. I think at times it's sort of like an erotic heist movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minhajul says he's still talking about the Matrix regurgitation, I guess. He says, I mean, I was engaged for the first half, but by the time it got to the second and third act, it was meh. There is nostalgia, personally, in my opinion. There is nostalgia.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing he was engaged by the first half because it's literally a rehash of the first movie. So you're going to have nostalgia there. But once it gets into the actual, I guess, second and third act, just when it starts to do what it's doing different, maybe. I don't know what it does. Maybe that's when it's a bit just flat, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've just heard it's bad. And
yeah.
This sucks. We've got some bad news from Keith. Keith says, just found out 10 minutes ago that my brother has the coronavirus, so I can't spend Christmas with any of my family this year. Myself and Ellen are devastated. That fucking sucks, man.
Sorry to hear that, Keith.
I don't know what to say. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Wish him a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the same boat. My parents got coronavirus as well, so I won't be seeing them this Christmas.
I wish them speedy recovery, mate.
Yeah, cheers, mate. But it's just a bugger, isn't it? Bloody coronavirus.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's shit. Like I'm always like, because Sophie's coming down on the 29th.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping like none of her family, none of my family get it, because I won't be able to see her and it's going to piss me off. But yeah, to everyone that can't see their families this Christmas, it's fucking horrible. It must be horrible.
Yeah.
It's so like, I'm probably going to jinx it for myself, but the whole year, I caught it last Christmas, the coronavirus. So yeah, my whole family, I think me, my brother got it, my mum got it. Ironically, my nephew got it, but my sister didn't. So I'm convinced my sister's immune. She has natural immunity because she hasn't even caught it once. Like, she was around my house when I had it, my brother had it, my mum had it, her own son had it. He's like 3, and she didn't get it. So I'm convinced she's got, like, there's got to be people that are just like naturally immune to stuff, right? That must be a thing, yeah. So I assume she is, but that's just my opinion. But this whole year, I've not caught it. I've not had any positive results at all. And I've been to festivals with hundreds of people. nobody wearing masks. You know, I've been to the zoo. I've been all over the place this year.
Yeah.
So I've been quite lucky in that regard. But I'll probably jinx it now. I'll probably go, oh shit, fucking positive. But but yeah, I do feel for people that that have caught it because it's horrible, and also people that can't see their families because they've caught it or their families caught it. It's just that must be shit. Like I can't even imagine what Keith's going through at the moment. It must just shatters all your plans, doesn't it? Yeah. Destroys everything, just wipes your plans completely.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Platinum guy Pete says, thoughts on Love Actually? Not seen it. I don't like rom-coms, you know. Really not my thing. Not my thing at all.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's quite funny in places.
Yeah, I like it. I think for a movie with such an ensemble cast, it doesn't feel like a mess at all. I think everyone gets an even amount of screen time on it, but I do enjoy it. I know a lot of people like some stories and characters more than others, but I actually quite like everyone in it. I think every sort of beat works for me in that film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coolio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's one rom-com that I actually quite enjoy, which is 50 First Dates.
Yeah.
But that's probably the only one, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can call stuff like Last American Virgin a rom-com. It's more of a teen.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it's a comedy and it has romance in it, so technically by definition it's a romance comedy, but it's mostly a teen comedy.
It's one of them teen sex comedies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which takes a very sharp left turn.
I'd argue it's one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Mihai Joe is still talking about Matrix. He says the Matrix was just cheap. Come on, fair enough. The story is bland. At least give us action like the previous ones. Though I'm more about story, tone, and atmosphere in movies. The action was okay, but not something wow. Action would not have saved the movie, to be honest. Sorry, I meant there is no nostalgia in the movie, in my opinion. Okay, fair enough. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
He says, I think Lawrence Fishburne, even that man could have not saved this movie, I believe. But then again, having recast Morpheus was a red sign for this film. I'm stunned how the trailer for Matrix Resurrections looks amazing, but the film was, I don't know. I didn't think the trailer was any good at all, to be honest. I didn't really care about the trailer. It just looked like the first movie.
Yeah.
I've had absolutely no excitement for this new Matrix film. Just none whatsoever.
Yeah.
Even if it was good, it's just not sparked my interest at all.
Yeah, I think the problem is, like, if I want to see it, I'm gonna have to rewatch the other films, including the sequels, and I just don't want to put myself through that because I just didn't like the sequels at all.
You don't want to put yourself through the torture of just like catching up so you can watch this bad new one when you probably know it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Like I only have the first Matrix on 4K. I know there's the box set on 4K, but I'm only going to watch the first one, so I just bought the first one.
Yeah.
Ichi elaborates on the Barney situation. He says Barney Stinson from.
Oh, of course, yeah.
HIMYM. What is HIMYM?
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
I haven't. I know the actor, but I don't know what that. I've never seen that show. He's also in Star Troopers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Harold and Kumar movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in that as well. He's in those. Yeah. Minhaj, he continues. The only thing I liked in the movie was the love story happening. Yeah, but that's the first movie. The first movie was technically a love story in this like crazy sci-fi concept world.
Yeah.
And the love story between Neo and Trinity, I really, really hope that is no spoiler. I do apologize. I couldn't give a fuck if that's a spoiler or not. The thing is, it's not a spoiler because there was a love story in the first film, so it just sounds like they're just retreading the first movie, which sounds just. The more I hear about this film, the more I'm just like, yeah, nah, I'll pass. You know, the more I hear about it, it's like, no thanks. Oh, okay, Gary North says Bound is good. I have the Arrow release. Interesting.
Yes, I've got it on Arrow as well.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
Is it widely available on Arrow, or is it one of those hard ones?
I'm not sure if it is now.
Yeah, I think
I got it a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Itchy elaborates on Bound. Bound is a neo-noir. Wouldn't call it a heist movie myself, but whatever floats your boat. Fair enough.
It's more about just sort of it sort of takes a place in this like apartment block, doesn't it? It's like the heist is more of like a background type of scenario that went on. Kind of like Reservoir Dogs. It's not the heist isn't the focus.
Yeah.
It's more about this relationship between like the main guy's heist girlfriend and the woman who lives next door.
Yeah.
It's more about that relationship bonding and how they're like trying to screw this guy over.
Yeah. He's like their boss, isn't he? Or he's the boss.
Yeah, he's like the head of like the heist.
The fact that you've just in a minute sentence compared this film to Reservoir Dogs, I'm in now. Yeah. You've sold me. You've sold me. I love Reservoir Dogs. What a film.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Minhajul says that's sort of my review done for The Matrix from what I can think of. Like, we appreciate your insight, man. Like, you've not sold us, so you won't be watching it anytime soon. I guarantee that. Yeah. Well, I won't be anyway. Pete, Patreon guy asks, "What's your most excited film of 2022?" I'm just gonna throw it out there. You'll know what I mean. Who the hell are you supposed to be? I'm Vengeance. The Batman. Can't fucking wait. It's gonna be. I'm sold. This film is gonna be amazing. I'm sold. I think Matt Reeves understands the Batman. Yeah. I think this is gonna be. The fact that it's like meant to be like year 2 Batman, I think it's going to have a bit of more of a different perspective on the Batman character. I'm so hyped for this film. Evander Slayer reviews. You know how like super hyped he was for Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yes,
I'm sort of I'm on that level for this Batman film because I love Batman, and the more I see of this film, the 2 trailers that come out, a lot of the production stills that I've seen. Matt Reeves has kind of got the look and the tone and the atmosphere of Gotham almost perfection. I've not seen the representation of Gotham done so well since maybe Batman animated series, if I'm honest. Like, I just feel like this might just be, and from what I've heard from like inside rumors, bear in mind, I'm going to take these with a pinch of salt because they're rumors. This could be like, apparently like this kind of like detective noir 3-hour kind of almost a horror movie in some places. That just sounds amazing to me. Like, I've wanted a film where Batman is like more of doing his detective stuff. You don't really see that in a lot of big budget Batman films. And I think that's one part of his character people forget, that he's a detective, as well as his vigilante, Dark Knight. So I'm so hyped for the Batman. I cannot wait for this film.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Yeah, same. That's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most. But if I had to choose another one, probably the new Doctor Strange. Just with it being a new Sam Raimi movie.
I wrote a list down of my anticipated films of 2022.
I would have
but
said
it's a spoiler because it's going to be a video.
Yeah.
Can I say that again?
I would have said John Wick 4, but now that's been delayed until 2023. Yeah.
I've only seen the first John Wick, I've not seen any of the sequels.
Yeah. I think my favorite one's the second one.
Yeah.
But I like all 3 of them. I think.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think the 3 of them is pretty solid.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Mission Impossible 7 as well. I think that's out next year.
Yeah.
it's anything like the last few Mission Impossible films, then hopefully it should be pretty good.
I'm really excited for the Batman. Like when it comes to really excited, like I'm super excited for the Batman. But when it comes to a film that is more about, I'm more intrigued by, because this director, his last 2 films were fantastic, which is Jordan Peele's Nope that comes out next year. I'm intrigued because all we've seen is a poster, and it's a great poster, and I think it just makes you ask questions, you know. Some like I don't know, like fairground kind of kite things, and a cloud, and it says Nope. I'm like, what could this film be about? I would like them to carry, because I like to think Jordan Peele is, because both Get Out and Us, they're almost got a similar theme of doppelgangers in a way. I kind of tie them together in that kind of thing, because obviously, spoilers for Get Out, they take out the brain and put it in somebody else. The body of that person is no longer that person because they got the brain of somebody else. So it's a doppelganger of that person. And obviously, Us is completely about a society of doppelgangers coming up. So I think that it'd be cool if you carried that theme and you have the doppelganger trilogy or something like that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas here. But I'm intrigued because when it comes to like a really kind of, a kind of interesting director that's kind of making a name for himself at the moment. He's obviously done 2 films and I think they're both great. Can he do a hat trick and do another great film? I'm hoping so. Anyway.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of other films on this list. It's a spoiler for this video, but I don't care. Sonic 2, I'm well looking forward. I'm well up for that film. A film I keep forgetting that's coming out, Jurassic World Dominion. There's never a time in my life when I'm not up for a Jurassic Park film. So I'm all for it. In my opinion, one of the most consistent franchises. I love every Jurassic Park film. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting because it's like dinosaurs on the mainland. So it could go really badly, or they could do it quite well. We don't know. But yeah, I've just got stuff. Yeah, Sonic 2, Jurassic World, Dominion, Scream. That's only next month. We ain't got long to wait for that one.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man animated sequel, Across the Spider-Verse. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
A trailer that I saw this year that really surprised me. Lightyear. That looks good.
Yeah.
A good trailer. I've put these 2 comic book films on here just because I'm more kind of, I'm not like looking forward to them per se, but I'm like, I'll go and see what they're like, which is The Flash and Black Adam.
Yeah.
Just to see where they go there, because if the Snyder kind of like, if where Snyder was taking stuff, if that's just eliminated, that means these 2 films are kind of free game of where they take the DC films. Whether they're even going to pursue a universe or not, I don't know what they plan to do. But yeah, I think there's some good stuff coming out next year, actually. Some good gumdrops.
Yeah.
Minhajul says, I'm cracking up as you guys reading my comments. I'm sorry if I'm making it sound way terrible than it is. I mean, like, it probably is bad. It does sound bad.
Yeah.
He also says, Doctor Strange in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued of where they can take the multiverse aspect of that with Doctor Strange, and what if we're going to get any surprises in that film.
Yeah,
don't know.
Could do.
We could, but I don't want to speculate because speculation can ruin things.
Yes, yeah,
it really can. Itchy says, I love that The Matrix is a kung fu flick, while commenting on the Hegelian dialect. I don't think I'm clued up on what that is,
No, I'm not.
No.
Dialectic, yeah. Itchy, you might have to elaborate on that. I don't think I'm clued up on what that is, if I'm honest. Minhajul says, oh God, don't get me started on the new Resident Evil film. Oh, very bad film.
I've heard it's bad. Yeah.
I mean, like the Paul W.S. Anderson films are quite bad, even though I've got kind of a soft spot for the first 3 at least. Right, I've got a bit of a soft spot.
Yeah.
Especially the first one because I was like, I don't know, like I was like 15 when that came out, so I got kind of nostalgic ties for that film. But this film is almost like it deceptively gives you hope that it's going to be good. Because I feel like it's like, let's make everything look like Resident Evil from the games, and maybe that'll make people come and watch it. But then you go and watch it and you realize on surface level, yeah, it's Resident Evil, but under the surface, nothing about this film is Resident Evil. It's really like every character that you know and love from Resident Evil doesn't act at all like the characters in Resident Evil. And the big beloved character, Leon S. Kennedy, is the most clumsiest, moronic character in this movie. He's an absolute moron, and I kind of hate him in this film. Whereas in the games, he's this kind of like young rookie, but he's not an idiot. He knows how to get stuff done. He's quite intelligent in the games.
Yeah.
But in this, I can imagine him, the kind of guy you've all worked with these kind of people where it's just like where we work with a guy that literally you've got to literally spell out what to do. You know, you get a new guy at work, you're like, right, this goes in this bin. This bin, that bin there, yeah, that bin. But they'll walk the opposite way.
Yeah.
That's the kind of moronic, idiotic kind of character I'm talking about. Like, yeah, it's all just bad. And the thing that I was hoping that they would get right, which isn't hard because Romero showed us how to do zombies properly fucking decades ago, right? They don't get zombies right in this either. So zombies, especially classic Resident Evil zombies, are the old school shambling. Yeah. In this, they shriek, and it's horrible. It's like I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think. Have you guys played Gears of War?
No,
I haven't. No.
Oh fuck! I don't know, but the noise they make is fucking horrible. The sound design's bad as well because for some reason, all the audio has been like mastered to be super fucking obnoxiously loud. So I'd be dead quiet in the theater, and then a gunshot just fucking blow your ears out. You're like, what? I mean, good sound in the cinema is always good, right? Big bombastic speakers. Yeah. In this, it's like painfully loud. Like they got like a monkey to do the mastering. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I just want to say, like, just because they make it look like Resident Evil doesn't mean it's Resident Evil. Like, I'd rather watch the first 2 Anderson films than this one. Because, yeah, they may not be that faithful to the games, but they're a good bit of fun, you know?
Yeah.
I was bored. I was bored with this new Resident Evil. It was fucking awful.
I've not heard great things about it.
I wouldn't waste your time. But even if you've got nostalgia for the games, it's just like, it's literally, the nostalgia for the games is there at a surface level. Like I said, everything else is just like, let's hobble together sort of elements of the game's narrative, but kind of mess with it at the same time to make it work in a 90-minute movie. They also try to take 2 narratives from 2 games and do it basically tell 2 stories at the same time.
Okay.
And you don't care about either of them. So it's just like, you could have just done one story for one film and then do the sequel as a second story. I don't know, I'm going on too long about this movie, and it's just, not worth your time. Oh, we have another guest. We have the Ryan, the man of the Ryans.
Put the cookie down now.
What? Oh, yeah, I can't see your name. Your name hasn't popped up. I don't have names on, that's why. But his name says, put the cookie down now. You
I
said you
haven't
can
put some
you said
Christmassy
you can
on
touch
it.
my cookies. I love that film.
I tried, but I was going to put the accent on, but I don't have the ability to do it tonight.
I'm not a pervert. I just want a Turbo Man doll. Oh, it's Turbo time.
I'm not going to sit on your lap.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so Gary has he's elaborated. Titanium is a 2021 Palm
D'Or winner.
Palme d'Or winner from director Julia, whose previous film was Raw. Okay,
I've seen Raw. Yeah.
it doesn't explain what the film's about though.
Yeah.
I don't know that director either, so I can't say much. I've not seen Raw, so I can't say much about that.
First time I heard that of a film in it. Raw. And what is that? Is that like some French movie or something? I used to thought.
Yeah, it's like it's sort of about cannibalism.
But now I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But wasn't is that what's Raw about? About a girl
that's what Raw's about. Yeah.
eating meat, or she turns to eating. Is it like literally human flesh that she starts eating?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
It sounds mostly like a
because
zombie
I think. Sorry, you're really quiet, Ryan. I don't know why.
Oh. I don't know why I'm crying. This never happens.
I mean, when no one's talking, I can hear you. But if I talk, then you talk. When I'm talking, I can't hear you. If that makes sense. Like I drown out you. See, I didn't hear what you said then. See.
Right, I'll shut up and then you say something.
Okay. Anyway, Playtime Guy says, I read the description of Titane. It sounds amazing. We'll have to watch it. Pete also said, have you guys seen Gunpowder Milkshake? What a name. It's a big standard action film, but with added Karen Gillan, so I approve.
I agree with that.
That's a cool name for an action film.
I picked up the Spanish Blu-ray of it, but I'll probably watch it this week. I've not seen it yet.
How old is it?
It came out this year, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I missed my chance of going to see it at the cinema, so it's online anyway, so I'll be giving it a watch.
Gary said, Mark Commode's review is out today. He loved it also. Cool.
Cheers.
Okay.
Potato Guy asks, what's your favorite Dracula film? Probably the Gary Oldman one, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I would agree with you right there. I think it's just a remarkably good.
Who directed that one?
Francis Ford Coppola.
Did he do the Godfather film?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, yeah. I thought I knew he was that guy. What about you guys? Would you agree? Bram Stoker's Dracula from, when was it? 92?
92. Yeah.
Even though Keanu Reeves' British accent wasn't even that good.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad accent.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the big criticisms I had for the film, is that accent was bad.
Yeah.
See, when I heard his English accent in that film, like for the first time, I thought my ears were going to bleed. Literally, it was that bloody fucking terrible. Ooh.
I like the 1931 version.
Oh,
Ballad of Godfrey.
I've not seen the original
Version's
Dracula.
great. Yeah.
I'm seeing it. I want to watch the. I think is it the Spanish one? Is it Spanish? Was it Swedish? I don't know.
It's a Spanish one, yeah. I think they filmed it at the same time as the English one. They used like the same sets and everything, but they just used like Spanish actors. I think it's virtually the same film, but just with different actors.
I've heard the BBC miniseries is very, very faithful to the book.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm going to tell you about the BBC series. The first 2 episodes are so faithful to the book, but the last episode is just dog shit. They just decided to write their own thing and not follow the book. So it's just a warning. Only watch the first 2 episodes.
Fair enough. Pete says, glad to hear you enjoyed Shang-Chi, Jason. It was an incredibly fun film with some great choreography. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I'm surprised how much I enjoyed that film. I thought it was really good. It's made its way into my top 10 of the year. I think it deserves it. I think what I love about that film the most is that it kind of puts the whole power thing from the Marvel Universe, kind of the power, everyone's got powers, kind of moves that to the side a little bit and focuses more on physical kind of martial art action, which I quite enjoyed. It felt like a kind of Chinese folklore martial arts movie with modern day production value. That's what it felt like to me, and I really enjoyed it. I thought the characters were really fun. I enjoyed the story it told, and and for an introduction to a character, I think you couldn't get any better than that. Really, I thought it was great.
So, what do you think of Aquafina then? As I'm going to say, Sean or Shang-Chi's his friend. Like, did you thought she was annoying, or did you like her character?
I thought she was fine. I didn't find her annoying. I found her quite what's the word? I forget the word.
Doesn't really need to be there.
No, not even that. Like I felt like she had a meaningful role in the film.
Yeah.
Because like if you've watched the film and she's talking about how she's like, oh, she always gives up on something. She gets good at something and gives up. But the whole film, she kind of learns that, if she sticks with something, she gets good at it. And I like that she's got a little arc of her own in the film.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Yeah, I thought she was a good character. I quite liked it.
And if you ever... Oh, sorry.
It's all right, go.
It's something about Shang-Chi in the comics. In the comics, right? He actually, I think he gained powers, but you know what he actually gained the powers of? Spider-Man. He becomes Spider-Man in a story in the comics. It's a bit of a strange story, so they must change bodies because no, I'm going towards the I think the Doctor Octopus side of it.
We have Jamie Powell in the chat. Hello, Jamie. And he says, "Merry Christmas, guys. Hope you all have a great time." You too, man. I hope it's all.
Yeah, you too, Jamie. I hope he's feeling a lot better as well.
Yeah, he's been ill as well, isn't he, recently?
Yeah.
I hope you feel better over the weekend, mate, and I hope it doesn't hinder your Christmas and stuff. I hope you and Katie have a nice time with family and stuff. Itchy says Dracula 31 and Bram Stoker's Dracula 92.
Yeah, I think they're the 2 best ones.
I haven't seen any of the Chris Ballet ones. They're the ones I need to check out.
I've seen the first one. It's good. There's a scene in the Bram Stoker one which absolutely terrifies me, and it's when Lucy comes down the stairs holding that baby. She's absolutely terrifying.
Oh, that just gives fucking flashbacks now. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Scene in that movie is just scary as fuck.
Sorry, what's that?
It's in the Bram Stoker's Dracula where Lucy, she's been bit by Dracula and she passes away, and then she comes down the stairs to her coffin and she's holding this baby, and it's terrifying when the way she's just coming down the stairs. Fucking shit, scary stuff.
I do plan to get the 4K of that because I reckon that would look great in 4K.
Yeah.
Minhajul says, I was bored throughout the movie. He's talking about Resident Evil, by the way. I was bored throughout the movie. Under the surface of it all, it is a B movie with bad effects and CGI. I love Resident Evil and Resident Evil Apocalypse. Abomination of a movie. The movie is hilarious. I wouldn't go that far. I didn't find it. I found it boring and unfunny. So I don't know what. I wouldn't agree there. What did they do with Leon in his live action adaptation? They basically made him a moronic idiot. Is what they did. Pete says, "Hey, it's Rai. Where's the Santa hat?"
Oh, for God's sake!
Yeah, where is it? Whereas I got mine. Look,
I don't know where mine is. I was gonna wear it, but I decided, I would agree.
Steve's got his. Look, Steve's got his. Where's yours?
Hey, my dad's wearing it at the moment, so I got no Christmas hat, so I'm buggered.
It's too hot to wear this. I'm sorry, guys. It's too warm.
I'll put Christmas pajamas on later.
I'm going to carry on the comments. Minhaj Jewel says he carries on with Resident Evil. That's the problem with these movies. It's just a name for the movie when it has nothing to do with the thing indeed. Whoa, weird. He says, hopefully be right back, guys. No problem, man. See you in a bit. Itchy says, I rebought Citizen Kane on iTunes in 4K HDR. Do you guys find me a pretentious fuck? Bet you do. No? Why?
No.
Why would we? I don't understand the joke. Do you know the joke here, anyone? I don't
even know what the hell he's talking about. Seriously,
I went and saw Godzilla 1954 in the cinema. Am I a pretentious fuck? I also like watching old films in 4K. Does that make me pretentious? I don't understand. I don't understand the joke. The joke, Itchy. Like I don't understand. So what? Like if you enjoy Citizen Kane, that's all good. Like I have not seen it, so I can't comment. But
I've seen Accra in 4K at the cinema. So does that make me a pretentious fuck or not?
I was a Citizen Kane.
Do you understand the joke? Because I don't understand what you're saying. Itchy says, I rebought Citizen Kane on iTunes in 4K HDR. Do you guys find me a pretentious fuck? Bet you do. I don't understand what he means.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's because Citizen Kane, doesn't it? It stars and directed by what's his name?
Orson Welles.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, Orson Welles. Yeah, and it's probably one of the most pretentious movies ever made.
Well, it's considered like the greatest film of all time, isn't it?
Yeah. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it for what it is.
I've not seen it, but the only reason I can really deduce, obviously I've not seen it, so I don't take this to heart, anyone. But from my research of the film, the only reason I can see why it's the greatest film ever made is because it kind of like basically introduced loads of different kind of directing techniques and filming techniques that now are the status quo for filmmaking, and that's why it's so revered.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Am I right there?
Yeah. It was very ahead of its time when it came out.
That's fair. Yeah. It's a film I need to get to because I feel, as a film fan, I do feel a bit obligated to watch it.
I mean, I do like the film, but I can't say it's a film that I would rewatch that much. Yeah. I think I just wanted to see it as a film fan, basically, just to see what all the fuss was about. And I did like it, but I don't think I'll watch it that often.
Yeah. I've seen it about 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I think it's got quite an underrated story. I think the way it ends, it's quite powerful. When you find out what Rosebud is, it's actually quite powerful, and it's got a really good, strong, meaning to it. But yeah, it's just it didn't even win Best Picture. I think it got beat by How Green Was My Valley.
I couldn't help but think of that Simpson episode whilst I was watching it.
Yeah, with Bobo.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to watch like a watered down version of Citizen Kane, watch that Simpsons episode called Rosebud.
I was going to ask this question. Even though I've not seen the film, should I not be surprised if I watch it and technically, I feel like would I have known about would I know the film through pop culture osmosis?
Possibly.
It's so vivid. So
Possibly.
vivid.
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and pop culture osmosis is not something I made up. It's actually a thing.
Yeah.
It's when you're told about something so many times that you feel like you know about it without even seeing it. I think.
Yeah. The Simpsons is probably responsible for like half of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I miss when the Simpsons used to do that, and you used to sort of make movies, part of the episode, part of the storyline, even though it had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I miss when the Simpsons used to do that.
Yeah.
Never been the biggest Simpsons fan, if I'm honest.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I used to watch it when it was on Channel 4. Is it still on Channel 4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch it when it used to pop on, but I never used to be massive into it. But I rewatched the movie this year, and I had a great time with the movie this year, like rewatching it.
Yeah, I think the movie's pretty good.
It made me pick up the Blu-ray just to have it in the collection, because I could happily go back to that and still have a good time. It made me laugh, which is the main thing. It made me laugh, so yeah.
Yeah,
there's some great moments in that movie.
Yeah.
Minhaj Jewel says, how about Dracula starring Christopher Lee, though I have never seen it? I've not seen any of the Christopher Lee Dracula films.
I've seen the first one. Yeah.
It will be something I will be going forward. I look forward for, because it's a Hammer film, so I'm hoping it leaves a bit more like enjoyment and a new story. I think, like what I've heard about the Christopher Lee films, Christopher Lee only talks in the first one and the last one, and the rest of them he stars in, he doesn't talk. So I think it's because something to do with the scripts. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard a story where apparently he'd read the script and he'd say, I'm not speaking this trash. Basically, he thought the dialogue was crap, and he's like, I'm not speaking this crap, and he'd get away with not saying a word. Apparently, well, that's what I've heard from the grapevine, anyway. Itchy says Dracula, the Spanish version, made during the nights on the same sets used by the American crew, is the better movie technically. Horror of Dracula with Christopher Lee is also fun. Coolio. Minhajul says Shang-Chi was Spider-Man's mentor in the comics. He taught him something called the Way of the Spider. Cool, I guess. I mean, I'm never ever gonna delve into the comics. There's too much. There's too much backstory with these characters. I just can't be asked to delve backwards into comics. Really, there's some things I know for certain characters from the comics, but when you're looking going back far back, I just can't.
Yeah, I know what he means apart from that, because I read too many comics. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Playtime Guy says the Christopher Lee films are great, but get progressively silly later on. Dracula 1972 AD is so damn cheesy, but Satanic Rites of Dracula is a great noir-like film. Coolio. Itchy says Bram Stoker's Dracula on 4K is a thing of beauty, well worth it. Nice, thanks for the heads up, man. You plan to get that? Platino Guy says, Jason, what is your favorite game of the year? Probably Halo Infinite. I've really enjoyed my time with that. It's open world Halo, but the actual story missions are very traditional kind of corridor shooter Halo, which I quite liked the dynamic there. And you get a grappling hook, so it's just like first person Spider-Man. It's great. I love it. It's loads of fun.
I've got to pick that up. I love the Halo series. Yeah,
it's probably has the best shooting in the whole series. It feels great to shoot shit in it. It's really good. Yeah, the traversal with the grappling hook is the best part of the game.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of verticality in this one.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
So you might see on your map there might be like something to collect, but it might be on the roof of this building, but you can't get to the roof going inside the building. You've got to grapple onto the roof.
Yeah.
So it's really satisfying. Like it,
Mm.
it feels good. It's got weight to it when you got momentum. It's like so good. It's first person Spider-Man. It's so cool. It's awesome. So yeah, Halo Infinite is probably my favorite game of the year. Because I said I went and saw Godzilla 1954 in the cinema. Am I a pretentious fuck? And he's like, yes, Jason, you're a pretentious fuck. Good to know. Good to know. I add that to my resume, to my CV. Skills, pretentious fuck. Minhaj Jules says, and I like Resident Evil Extinction, but after that it went downhill sadly. Yeah, I don't really like any of them after Extinction. I think they're a bit crap. They get a bit silly after that, and they tend to forget what they've already established. If you know what I mean, like they constantly on themselves. It's really weird. Paul W.S. Anderson doesn't know how to do continuity at all. With his films, he doesn't understand what continuity means. Minhal Jules says these are my guilty pleasure movies. Again, I'll echo this. I don't understand the term guilty pleasure because I'm not guilty for what I like. So I'll never understand that phrase, to be honest.
Yeah. So I like that first Mortal Kombat movie you did.
Yeah. So what? I like that. Event Horizon.
Me and you, mate. We constantly piss ourselves at that bit where Johnny Cage is getting out the boat and just goes arse over tit.
Yeah.
It's you know, it brings a smile to the face all the time when I think about that movie. I love it. The soundtrack's amazing.
Doesn't he like drop all his bags down the stairs? He's trying to go up the stairs.
Yeah, I also think the fight scene with Johnny Cage and Scorpion, I think that fight scene is incredible. Like one of the best I've seen, like in a film. It's like bone crunching and just really brutal. And,
do you know a bit of fun fact for that fight scene? Do you know a bit where Scorpion's got Johnny Cage's arm, he's kicking him in the ribs?
Yeah,
he actually broke the actor's ribs, like kicking him, proper stiff kicks right there in the ribs. I was like, that's gonna hurt. Same with Liu Kang, the actor who played Liu Kang. There's a bit when he fights Reptile, he's thrown into that wall, and it looks painful. He fractured 2 of his ribs because he hit the wall stiff. Yeah, it looks painful. Some of those stunts look well nasty.
Yeah.
I think Paul W.S. Anderson. I think that Mortal Kombat film is good, and I like Event Horizon. I think Event Horizon is very underrated.
Yeah.
It's probably his best film, I'd argue. Probably his best film.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I really like that scene from the first Resident Evil film. It's a scene that sticks out to me the most from that film. It's a bit where they're in that chamber with all the lasers.
Yeah.
Fucking great sequence. Yeah.
Everyone always talks about that sequence.
Yeah.
It's like the highlight sequence of the film.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's fucking great. Yeah.
Did you guys like the 2021 Mortal Kombat?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
I got enjoyment from it. Yeah.
Even though I don't like the character Cole, because his character just doesn't make no bloody sense to me. It's like I just felt that he didn't know what he was doing. I think he was just a character that was just created for the film. Really, it should have been.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah. I don't think the actor could act either. The guy playing Cole, I don't think his acting was very good. I thought it was a bad film that I enjoyed. I don't feel bad about saying that because there's a lot of things bad in that film.
Exactly.
But I think for an R-rated Mortal Kombat film, I thought it was a lot of fun. Kano was like the highlight of the movie. The bit where he's just like, give me a fucking egg roll. He shoots the laser. He's like, fucking laser beam. That's better than fireballs, you pussy. He highlighting the film. He had the best dialogue. He had the best. I think the actors. I think he's an Australian comedian. I think he's a stand-up comic in Australia. But I thought it was great. I think he looked good. I think he fucking laser beam. Great. I just thought it was really fun. I thought it was bad. Like there's loads of decisions that I thought didn't make sense. Like they didn't build Goro up at all. He was meant to be this big fucking like sub boss, and he gets fucking owned by like the newbie. I thought that was a bit fucking bad. I was like, fuck off. Fuck off. This new kid fucking kills Goro. Fucking like he's meant to be the champion in Mortal Kombat, and like he just gets fucking owned by this kid. Oh, he's got and his power is plot armor. Literal plot armor is his power. Like, come on, guys, what the fuck? Like this farm boy is gonna fucking like kill this four-armed demon. Like what? I don't know. Some of the decisions don't make sense. And the elephant in the room, there's no fucking tournament in this movie. Like, what the fuck? See, like, can you imagine if it flopped, right, and it didn't get a sequel, it literally it would have built to nothing. Because I'm assuming in Mortal Kombat 2 we're gonna get the tournament. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Now, I hope they kill Cole because Cole's so shit. They've done the whole like, oh yeah, he's the audience's perspective. You know, he's made for that film so he can just like he can react to what the audience is reacting to, like learning about this world. They've achieved that. Now they can kill him in the sequel, please. Thanks. Make it the most violent fatality death in the whole movie, please. Thanks. Cheers, thanks. Yeah. WB, yeah, please. WB, don't disappoint you. Kill Cole, and make Liu Kang should be the lead character because Liu Kang in the first Mortal Kombat game wins Mortal Kombat, so Liu Kang should be the main character. Hell, I'd take Sonya as the main character because I thought she was a more competent character in this movie than Cole was. I mean, she did all the research about Mortal Kombat, and she was like, "There's this great tournament that doesn't happen in the movie, but it's a great tournament in history." And yeah, I'll shut up now. Let's move on. I really enjoyed the film, but it was bad.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Is that a fair opinion? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Say because I haven't even seen the original film.
You've not seen the '95 film?
No.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Oh, it's because I'm not really a big fan of Mortal Kombat. I felt it's too complex for me.
Yeah, the lore has gotten a bit out there now because obviously there's like 11 games. But if it makes it a bit easier for you to swallow, Ryan, I think there was only 3 games when the 95 film came out, so there wasn't that. Oh, yeah. It's not actually that confusing. It's not hard to follow. It's kind of easy to understand. So I don't think you'll be too complicated with it. I think it's just a cheesy 90s martial arts movie. It's quite fun.
Yeah, I loved it when I was a kid. It's not a deep movie at all.
Yeah. That theme, still one of my favorite.
The theme alone, it's amazing.
Like I don't understand why they just don't put it in the games. Like, just put it in the games at this point. It's literally like that theme is Mortal Kombat to me.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Have I lost where I am? Yeah.
Was it like? I think we'll go up to. I think it was Korichi's. I think we're up there.
Oh yeah, we got past. We started talking about Paul W.S. Anderson. Yeah. So Ichi says, Andy, glad you got the Citizen Kane remark. Haha.
Yeah.
Platonic guy says Pete says the Resident Evil CGI films are pretty good.
I've only seen one.
Yeah, I've only seen one. I think it's the first one. I think it's G Generation, and I didn't like it. So
I think I watched Vendetta. I think that was the last one they made, and then until they released, I think it was Infinite Darkness. I think on Netflix, and I didn't really like it.
Ichi says, you know who's also a pretentious fuck? Andy, you prick. Now I've got the Mortal Kombat theme song in my head. Brilliant.
It's one of the best movie theme songs ever.
Welcome back. So good.
It just gets you so pumped.
Let's be frank. That 95 movie. There's two things that make that film for me: the theme and fucking the guy who plays Shang Tsung. Your brother's soul is mine.
Yeah.
You will be next. He's so good. He hands it up in the right way. My eyes, so good. Oh, I love it. Your soul is mine. Yeah, it's so good. And he's in the game as well. They've put him in the game.
Oh, is he?
Mortal Kombat 11. He's in the game now. Like he's actual like likeness and everything. He's great. Pete says, Mortal Kombat. What a tune. Itchy says, I'm off the bed. I'm off the bed tomorrow because tomorrow I'm going to a party and I'd rather stick a needle in my eye. Wow, that's brutal. Fucking hell.
Oh, that's fucking dark, lad.
Wow.
Have a great weekend, y'all. Yeah, thank you, Itchy, for joining. Appreciate it. I think that's a good time to wrap up, guys. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
2 hours, and it's Christmas Eve, and I'm sure people have got stuff to do or some sleeping to do before probably like long days tomorrow, or not so long days, depending who you are, I suppose. But yeah, thanks for jumping on, guys, and having a chat. I appreciate it.
No problem.
It's always good. I think this is like the first streaming I've done in like 2 weeks. Like I've had a little break really from streams because of work. Because we haven't got this job, I haven't been able to. Sometimes I just don't feel like streaming. You know, like I get home from work and I might have been if tomorrow wasn't Christmas, I'd probably be working. So I don't feel like spending my evening on a stream sometimes. You know, I've got work the next day. But I thought as today's Christmas Eve and I don't have to get up in the morning. Well, I probably do because my mum probably get me up. But yeah, anyway. Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone has a good Christmas, and I'm sure I'll speak to you guys over the weekend, most likely.
Yeah.
Whoever's left watching, I know there's only 2 people, but who cares? Everyone, go and subscribe to Mike, Andy, and Ryan, please, and do them a favor and check out their content because they're great guys. Anyway, I'm gonna stop bullshitting and just talking crap and just say goodbye because I ramble on for too long, guys.